evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is CrazyZaku, and I'm bringing you all the hits and misses here in Let's Play Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, the Trilogy, Justice for All. Now, if you remember last time, we found a specific item inside of a shiny pile that was taken by the monkey. We are now in court. Our favorite officer has given his testimony, and now Ben and Trilo are here giving theirs. And of course, Trilo has just admitted that he was going to propose to Regina. Except there's one problem. He's saying that he has a ring, and I don't think he does. So let's get back to it. Oh, but that's just it. I think that's not true at all, because I think it's right here. I think this is the ring, so... Objection! Trilo, do you mind if I show you something? What is it? What are you talking about? Uh-oh. Looks like they're gonna double team me now. Do you recognize this ring? That's mine! Give it back! Thief! Thief! Didn't you just testify about this very object? I believe you said. Hey, I was giving it to us. I still got it in my pocket. Why then do I have it right here? Yeah! What's going on here? Yes, that's Ben. Say something. Don't put me on the spot like that, Trilo. I found this in Money's room. Money's room? You mean a room they put money, like a bank vault? Ha! That filthy monkey's gonna get what's coming to him. Mr. Quist, I would prefer if you avoided slandering innocent fiends in my court. Well, Your Honor, Money really is a monkey in every sense of the word. Ah, I see. Well then. Money likes to go after the shiniest things that he can find and gather them up. Shiny things? Trilo, when was this ring stolen from you? Well, I suppose it was that time. You know, that night, the night of the crime. What did you just say? Details. I need more details. Well, it was stolen right after Max showed up in the plaza. Right about when you saw the defendant walk past, correct? Oh, well, I guess you might, be able to say that. The ring might have, well, it could have been taken around that time. Ben, what's with you? Oh, whatever. That had nothing to do with anything, especially not who committed the murder. It's not for you to decide who has to do with what. Now, Trilo, back to the topic at hand. I haven't admitted a thing, not I, Mr. Trilo Quist. What did you do when the ring was taken, Trilo? You know exactly what I did. I chased after that ring, snatching monkey money. That sounds so gross. That sounds so freaking gross. You weren't able to catch up with them, were you? It's all this slow, loafy fool called Ben's fault. While he was fumbling his way through the snow, that dumb monkey was able to get away. That is indeed an incredible shame. Well, this does indeed prove one very important point. Prove an important point? What point could that possibly be? There's a huge contradiction in this witness's testimony. Contradiction? The witness just testified to the following effect. Up until the police arrived, he didn't move from the entrance to the plaza. However, the witness just stated that he chased after Money the monkey. When the witness was off chasing Money, there was no one watching the plaza. What is the meaning of all this, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Where are you going with this little theory of yours? I'm saying that there is no possible way that this witness saw the plaza the entire time. That's where I'm going with this little theory, which leads me to my next point. It's entirely possible that someone other than the defendant was at the scene. Suck it.
Objection!
Well then, tell me this, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Do you have any proof that something slipped past this vigilant ventriloquist?
Objection!
Well, he obviously didn't see the victim. The ringmaster arrived on the scene. However, that doesn't change the fact that he saw the defendant arrive. The witness is lying. He's blinded by his rivalry with Max. Well, the defense's argument does hold water. But this does have a history of animosity towards the defendant. What? How dare you? I wouldn't lie just to get the tour face in trouble. Not even worth it. I saw him. No doubt about it. I saw that worthless liar. Well, just for clarity's sake, let's flesh out exactly who you saw on that night. I told you so many times you think you know, but story's not changing. You've already changed your story, sick boy. I'm sure it will change some more. Where there is one lie, there are usually more behind it. Exactly, Maya. That's why we have to keep after him. Yeah. I'll give you that I was waiting for that night for Regina. It doesn't change the fact that I saw Max in the plaza that night. He showed up after I'd been waiting there for about 5 minutes. I said good evening to him. He didn't even acknowledge my presence. I'm absolutely sure it was him. I saw Maximilian Galactica at the scene. There's no way I can mistake someone wearing those 3 ridiculous symbols. So that means that Money didn't show up until after you saw Max? That's right. Money ran up less than a minute after I saw Max. Did Money snatch the ring and you went chasing after him? How long was it until you came back to where you were waiting? Well, let's see. I'd say about, I suppose 5 minutes, I think. So the victim could have arrived on the scene in that 5-minute stretch. Mr. Wright, please proceed with your cross-examination. So you testified that you said good evening to Max that night. You must enjoy asking incredibly obvious questions. You say good morning in the morning and good afternoon during the day, right? And it's obvious that I said good night to someone at night. What, Ben? You have something to add? Let me guess. That's not it, Trilo. You say good evening at day. I'm sorry, Trilo. Mr. Quist, I would prefer if you kept your ventriloquist act outside the courtroom. Impossible! A performer lives and breathes his performances. You should know better. There's got to be something wrong with a bit of testimony. Isn't that a bit strange to you? What do you mean? Well, if you hate Max so much, why would you bother being nice to him? It strikes me as somewhat strange. Why would it strike you as strange? Exactly. How is it strange to be cordial to one of your co-workers? Well, if it was simply just being cordial to a co-worker, I would understand. Ah! Bitch! Maybe you should think of having some proof before your lips start flapping next time. Proof is everything in this world. You should have learned that back in grade school. There's no reason that Trilo would ever say something nice to Max. But how do I go about proving that with evidence? Bluffing is everything in this world. but I'm sure you've already learned that one. I guess I could give it a shot. The witness will resume his testimony. Those three ridiculous symbols, huh? Out of curiosity, exactly how many times have you asked that question by now? You're gonna ask again. I'll answer with a chorus. Everyone together now! Silk hat. Cloak! White roses! Thank you very much. Maya, you didn't have to join in, did you? But it was fun shouting out with everyone else. There has to be a hole in his testimony somewhere. I agree, but do we have proof to make something stick? All we can do is try, right, Nick? We gotta have something that will prove useful. All right, time to go to work. Trilo, is it not true that you had a fight with Max on the day of the murder? A fight? A fight! Over Regina, to be exact. It wasn't that big a deal, it was just an argument. A disagreement at most. A disagreement usually doesn't end with someone getting clonked over the head. There! That morning, Ben got clobbered over the head by Max, didn't he? What? Is that an admission of assault and battery? Ah! Before we handle that, we should wrap up the defendant's murder charge first. The truth is, on that day of the crime, the defendant and the witness had a huge fight. There is absolutely no way they would have suddenly become cordial that evening. Moreover, just consider the personality of the witness on the stand. There is no way a puppet this lewd would just up and say good evening to his rival. Are you saying this witness is lying? That he is trying to frame the defendant by claiming to have seen him at the crime scene? I didn't tell a single lie. Honestly, I just... That's enough from you, Mr. Quist. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. Let's clarify this testimony for the court. Could you explain your theory about who the witness actually saw that night? It is my belief that the witness did indeed see someone that night. It was just someone else. That's who he said good evening to. What kind of theory is that? The correct one. Furthermore, I don't believe the pertinence the witness saw was Max at all. What? If he had truly met Max that night, there would have been no greeting at all. Which means there is only one proper answer. The pertinence the witness saw that night was not Maximilian Galactica. That is why Trilo made the effort to greet whoever it was when he saw that evening. Or, good evening, as he put it. What in the world, you... Would the defense kindly explain who it was Trilo saw that evening, then? Take that! Considering the ill temper of this witness, there's only one person he would greet. It must be Regina. It's Regina, right? She's so cute. No, Your Honor, it's not Regina. If it was Regina, Trilo would have given her the engagement ring as a present. Oh, yeah. I suppose you got a point there. It was Russell Berry, the victim himself, was it not? You are correct. It was indeed Russell Berry. The person you saw that evening was the victim, the ringmaster, Russell Berry. That's why you greeted him, Trilo. Isn't that correct? Answer the question, Mr. Quist. Ah! Ah! Order!
respond to this. Oh, wait a second. Well, at first I thought it was the old man, but once I had a better look at him, it was obviously Maximilian Galactica. I think it's high time that we clear the air about this question. Mr. Quiz obviously witnessed a single person in the area of the plaza that evening. The problem is identifying exactly who that person was. Was it Maximilian Galactica, or was it the ringmaster? One Mr. Russell Berry.
The prosecution argues that it was the defendant that the witness saw that night. The witness has clearly stated that he saw the defendant's three symbols. Three symbols.
All right, this is getting old, man. Come on, you gotta remember them by now. Here we go again. Everybody all together now. Ah!
Yes, we know. The silk hat, cloak, and the white roses.
Objection!
A silk hat and a cloak. Anyone could wear them, and they'd even look good on me. What was that? Well, the witness has endlessly repeated that he saw Max's three symbols. However, do we really know it was Maximilian Galactica? It could have been someone else dressed up as him. Possibly even Russell Berry. What?
Miss Von Kama, do you have any clear evidence that the person the witness saw was the defendant?
Well,
If that's the case, then it's impossible for me to make a judgment at this point.
Yes, suck it. I think I finally want to point in this one. That is very unfortunate. Huh? You're just a little too excited for your own good, Mr. Phoenix, right? What do you mean by that? You merely established one thing from this witness. You established that this witness saw one person in the plaza that night. I applaud you on your effort, but... Who was that person? We can only be answered by the next witness. Huh? Your Honor, the prosecution will provide, beyond a shadow of a doubt, an answer to that question and evidence that clearly establishes one thing. That there is no one other than Maximilian Galactica responsible for this crime. I'm sure I changed your fucking voice. I can't help it. I'm just doing what sounds natural, like, for her.
Very well. The court will take a 10-minute recess. During that time, I'll request the prosecution prepare the next witness. Court is now in recess. I call the jungle gym.
I know that's not what court in recess means, but I can't help it. Yeah, we can save our progress. I accidentally saved in the wrong spot. Whoop, whoop, whoop. December 29th, 11:54 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 5. Sweetie, you have to believe me. I didn't go anywhere near that crime scene. So then, where were you when the murder took place? We talked about it yesterday, remember? I was in the ringmaster's room. And while you were there, it was the ringmaster who left the room, right? Exactly. He told me to wait in the room because he would be right back. That's when the ringmaster headed to the scene of the crime, right? That's what it seems like. But the ringmaster must have been wearing Max's costume, right? Oh, sweetie, I just remembered. I went straight to the ringmaster's room still dressed in my stage clothes. But when I got there, I went ahead and took the costume off. Which means... It means that the ringmaster could have taken his costume and went out looking like Max. Oh, fabulous! That's a fabulously possible possibility! Well done, Nick. However, sweetie, why would the ringmaster want to dress up like me? Isn't that a bit strange? Well, if you think about it, all they found at the crime scene was my silk hat. What about my cloak? Where did that go? Double. Wow, Max. I never thought of that. You should be a detective or something. Well, I was never quite sure what to be when I grew up. Magician or president. You have no idea how hard it was to make a decision. That's really cool. Fabulous. This mystery just keeps getting deeper. December 29th, 12:06 p.m.
District Court, courtroom number 2.
This is the part where I'm gonna get royally effed in the B in terms of voicing.
Now that everyone's back, let's get started. The court is now back in session. Miss Von Karma, please proceed with the prosecution's case.
Very well. I will now call my next witness. A pitiful clown with the unfortunate distinction of having seen the entire thing. Will Mr. Lawyer's Curls please take the stand? Why did she just call him a pitiful clown? The witness will state his name and occupation for the court record. Name and occupation.
Will the witness please inform the court why he's speaking autobiographic gibberish?
Oh, God.
I'm sorry. I'm just not used to being in court. I've never been in a courtroom in my life. I wasn't quite sure what joke is best suited in this sort of occasion. What in the world are you talking about?
I can't fucking do it. They're both gonna have the same fucking voice.
You're in a grand hall of justice, not some comedy club. Since it's easy to see your occupation, please state the name for the court. Oh, yeah. Maybe this joke is okay. Mom, do I have to wear pants? The sign only says no shirt, no shoes, no service.
Nope, not doing the laugh.
Okay. How about this? Have you met my proctologist, Dr. Seymour Butts? How was that one? But I come like hounds who are up to no good, started making trouble in the neighborhood.
Your name?
Lawrence Curls. Professional funny man, also known as Mo the Clown.
You witnessed the scene at around 10:15 p.m. the day of the murder? Correct.
Yes it is. Very well, Mr. Curls, will you please testify to what you saw that evening?
Jesus Christ.
Without the humor, please.
Okay. Poor Mo can't be his normal stoogey self in court.
I know, I'm not the greatest comedian in the world. I haven't been able to make people laugh for 10 years. No matter what I say, all I get in return is a vacant stare and polite applause. Since no one ever laughs at my jokes, I'm taking to laughing at them myself. It's a bad habit, but hey, at least I'm trying. Imagine my predicament. I'm a clown who can't make people laugh. I'm almost useless, but I keep trying. I've tried to come up with a joke just for today. But this atmosphere is very nerve-wracking. Decided to try making everyone laugh. Seriously, everyone, what do you think of me? How am I doing?
Aren't we the ones supposed to be asking the questions here? Witness? Huh? We will listen to your call for help after the court proceedings are over. Thus, please stick to the facts of this case.
Really? You'll hear me out?
Well, I'll make sure that one of my staff will be your straight man later.
Thank you. Thank you. I cannot wait.
Oh, poor Gumshoe. Alright, just for the sake of this court, I'm gonna change the judge's voice just for a second. Now that that's no, I'm not doing that one.
Now that that's settled, shall we begin once again with the testimony?
Of course we can. I'll talk for as long as you want. The night of the murder, after practice stuff, I went straight back to my room. No idea how tired I was that night. I was pooped. I thought I'd go straight to sleep, but before I did, I glanced out the window. That's when I saw the two silhouettes. They were a bit far away, though. It was the ringmaster, and he was with Max, who was wearing his cloak. I kept watching them, and all of a sudden, Max clunked the ringmaster over the head.
That's very interesting. If this eyewitness account is to be believed, I have enough to pass judgment right now.
Of course you can. There is no way this account can be criticized.
However, the witness is a bit, how do you say, off-kilter. Almost like he has some sort of atmosphere of guilt surrounding him.
That must be because of my insincere smile.
Mr. Wright, please begin the defense's cross-examination.
Yes, Your Honor. Nick, you've got to find some kind of contradiction in his testimony. I know that.
Mr. Wright.
Your Honor?
I'm afraid that if you push this witness too far, it will bring up disaster in the court. Thus, I sincerely hope you are not going to engage in pointless saber rattling.
I understand, Your Honor. If you cause this clown to stray from the facts, I'll hold you responsible. Why am I responsible? I'm not the one who's with the corny jokes. You just happened to glance out of the window?
You could say that. You could also say I peeked, stared, glimpsed, peeped, eyeballed.
Mystic Curls!
Oh, I guess synonyms aren't allowed either.
What should I do? I wonder if I should press him further on the issue. Exactly why did you look out of your window that night?
Why? Why? I don't need a reason to look out their windows, do they?
That's not what I meant. I meant that, well, when we spoke yesterday...
Once I had tucked myself into bed, I heard this amazing noise. It was incredibly loud. It sounded like a giant thump. Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
You forgot?
Your Honor, the witness looked out of his window upon hearing a loud sound. He did not simply just glance out of his window that night.
Oh yeah, that's right. Forgot to mention that thump, didn't I? Owie, owie, owie.
That is not something you just forget to mention. Yeah. What she said. I believe it would be best if Mo were to revise his testimony.
Very well, Mr. Curls. Please revise your testimony.
Start turning the tables in our favor.
I heard a huge noise outside that window, and that's what made me look outside.
What was the sound like?
Well, I guess it kind of sounded like, I guess you could say.
Mr. Curls, may the court remind you that humor is unnecessary.
Oh, Dodge, you know I was gonna make a joke. I guess that sounded like, I suppose it sounded like someone getting hit with something very hard. Yep, that's what it sounded like, honestly.
Someone getting hit, huh?
What then? You went to look out the window and you saw... You say you saw the ringmaster get clonked over the head?
Yes, I did. It's the climax of the story.
He really does enjoy completely random I can't say that word. What would you say the victim was struck with?
You mean the weapon? Well, I have no idea. The weapon was found at the murder scene, right?
That's not what I meant. You did say you did see everything, didn't you?
Well, yeah, I suppose I did. Wait, no I didn't. I didn't see a weapon.
Mo, did you or did you not see the crime of the murder committed that night?
Objection!
I will not permit you to harass my witness in this manner. You better have an excellent reason for attacking this poor clown. Because if you don't, you know what is waiting for you. A nice penalty. Oh, isn't that a bit melodramatic? So what will it be then, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Do you have any clear basis to believe that my witness did not see the crime? Of course I do, dumb bitch. I got a great reason to make my claim. And I suppose you will be telling us that great reason? Of course I will. The reason is, the witness' very own testimony.
What is the meaning of that, Mr. Wright?
Mo said that he heard a sound like a thump of someone getting hit.
He did say that.
However, Mo just stated the following under oath.
I kept watching him, and all of a sudden, Mac clunked the ringmaster over the head.
If Mo is to be believed when he says he looked out the window upon hearing a sound, there's no way he could have seen Max clonk anyone.
Mr. Curls, how do you respond to Mr. Wright's assessment?
They didn't commit. These clowns promptly escaped from maximum security clown car.
Mr. Curls, are you reciting the C-Team theme to anger this court?
No. I'm just stalling for time while I jog my memory.
Great job, Nick. These types of witnesses always seem to have a selective memory. You have to peel back the layers of the clown makeup to find the truth.
Well,
you're back from your jog?
Well, it pretty much happened the way I said.
Pretty much.
When I looked out my window that night, the ringmaster was already face down in the snow. The prosecution helped me fill in the gaps of my statement.
Von Karma?
Tampering with the witness again?
So now you are saying that you did not see the defendant clock the ringmaster?
Yes. When I looked out my window, the ringmaster had already checked out.
Checked out?
Yep, he was on permanent vacation, as they say.
Mr. Curls!
Your Honor?
You did not witness the actual crime, however you say you saw the criminal, correct?
Yes, exactly. The ringmaster was slumped over, and I saw someone's silhouette next to him.
Very well, then please testify to the silhouette you saw. I expect the truth. And if I even catch a hint of a joke from you, I will put you in a holding cell until you learn court etiquette. Got it?
Got it.
I'm gonna go ahead and save this right here. We are going to save this particular cross-examination for next time. I don't like that I have to switch up the voices for this. It makes me sad. Next time, we're going to see what other lies we can catch this clown in. Hopefully, we can figure out who the real murderer is, and I hope you guys will join me for that. In the meantime, folks, my name is CrazyZaku. I brought you all the hits and misses here in Let's Play Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, Justice for All. Please share this video with your friends, your family, your loved ones, your enemies, and everyone in between. Drop a DDT on that like button, cover for the 3, smack that subscribe button like it owes you some money, tingle up bells, stay up to date with all of our adventures in and out of the courtroom, and I will see you guys later. Later!